right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sanusi Not Life. My name is Adewale Burke Jr. Please review us, grade us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today, I'm going to talk about Sam Wilson, Captain America. You know, I talked about Captain America, Steve Rogers last week. This week, I'm going to talk about Captain America, Sam Wilson. I think it's important to talk about a lot of people that don't know that Captain America, Sam Wilson actually existed back in the day. Initially came out in 1969 in issue number 17 comic book. I'm going to get into the details. Before we get into this podcast, I want to thank our sponsors. This Sound Vision podcast is brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything in between, Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com, because this website is awesome for professionals, whatever you might need, whether it's pediatricians, whether it's plumbers, whether it's lawn care service, whatever you might think of that is a professional service, Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com, headed by our president, CEO, Adetaya Agboke. It's an awesome website to find great professional stuff. I use it. You never know what service you're going to need. And if you're going to do it, you're going to need the right professional. So you got to search Tigler.com, Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com. And we use it. And like I told you before, we're only joining forces with the best of the best. And Tigler.com is one of the best, is the best of the best in terms of searching for services. So that's plumbers, pediatricians, and anything in between. That's Tigler.com. And this Sound Vision podcast is also brought to you by Anadel for the Knuckle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel for the Knuckle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. Like I stated before, each one of these goes into every pair of my Batas footwear that I wear, because I only wear my own footwear line now. Whether it's the sport ones, the low tops, the high tops, it doesn't matter. My Batas goes in there. These are great custom orthotics designed for my feet, specifically by Dr. Nero Nusode, President, CEO, and owner of AnadelCenter.com, located in Frisco, Texas. They will do a great job on your feet. The best employees, the best service, number one in that area, in the Frisco, Dallas, Texas area. Dr. Nero Nusode, foremost specialist in the galaxy. That's why I said in the galaxy. You got my feet right. I have been pain-free for 10 years. No more plantar fasciitis. I didn't even need surgery. So how awesome is that? So that's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. All right, man. Got to get into this podcast. I'm crunk. I'm hyped up about it because it's Captain America, Sam Wilson. I've been waiting a good time to talk about it. Just like I was excited about Captain America, Steve Rogers. Well, I'm very excited about Captain America, Sam Wilson. So Sam Wilson, right? Let's talk about things I'm going to focus on today. His origins, the history, the powers, which he really doesn't have because he doesn't have any powers like that. But his abilities is more what I'm going to call it. Abilities. Because that's what he has, abilities. And then, of course, the comics, the animation, the TV shows, and then future movies. Because he doesn't have one yet, but it's got a future movie coming in. Y'all know what it is. So, you know what I mean? So, that's what today is, man. I'm Captain America, Sam Wilson. So, first of all, his origins. Let's focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to freestyle it too, because I know a lot about Captain America. But Captain America, his origins began in 1979, September specifically, 1979, in Captain America issue number 17. Sam Wilson, Captain America Sam Wilson was created by writer-editor, of course, the great Stan Lee, with artist Gene Colan in number 17 issue of Captain America, September 1969, and was the first African-American superhero in mainstream comics. Like back then, they weren't having too many African-American superheroes in the comics. I already told you, I focused on this before, whether I was talking about Storm or when I was talking about Green Lantern, John Stewart. I told you before, there weren't too many brothers and sisters in superhero genre, man, which was a shame. Well, of course, can't forget the Sound Vision podcast before I keep going with this right here. T-shirts available, sweaters available now, hoodies, bomber jackets, all on soundvision.com, beanies as well, you know what I mean? I got my Blade beanie on right here. I know as you can see, custom, you know what I mean? But just another character, African American superhero they want to talk about. But Captain America went to Falcon, Sam Wilson, Captain America. When he came out, man, there was a whole lot of hoopla about why the hell are they making Captain America a brother? Like, dude, they wouldn't be doing it if you had more diversity in there. But, the right decision was made. And it's funny enough, when he took up the mantle as Captain America, the origins, he had so much hatred against it because the mask normally doesn't cover your face. So when you see Captain America with that Captain America headgear and the shield and everything, you could see who's under the thing. When they saw chocolate, they was like, oh, damn. All kinds of epitaphs, racist epitaphs, and all kinds of nonsense was going on, man, in real life. And both. So they made it that way in the comics, and they also made it that way in real life, too, because that's what people were actually doing. And so when Captain America, Sam Wilson, came around, this guy, his origins, he was basically like a super paratrooper who could fly into combat zones and get out hostages or whatever he had to do. But you know, Sam Wilson, also known as Super Air, was technically Falcon at first, right? And he had these mechanical wings that were on his back that came out of his chute from the Air Force, right? And then he could fly, he could defend, he could also attack with it. He has his bird in the comics back in the day, Red Wing. He had telepathic powers over it, but in the modern times now, it's more of a robotic bird, not even so much a human bird. Like I said before, after Steve Rogers retires, Captain America Sam Wilson is given the shield by Captain America to become the new Captain America, just like how you saw in the movie in Endgame, right? And so all new Captain America #1 issue was issued in 2015, which I'm going to talk about in the comics later on. But that's his story. Like I said, he was born. He was more of a. I don't want. It's not a. It's, you can't really look like a token because I think it was Marvel's attempt to be diverse at that time, especially 1969. 1969. You know what I mean? He was like a first of its kind. In 1969, to have an African American superhero actually be a superhero, that was unheard of. That was straight up unheard of. You ain't never seen that before, man. And so his origins was like, he starts off as a sidekick to Captain America. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how it starts off, right? And that's his origin. So let's talk about the origins. And then all of a sudden he's given the shield, and now he has to carry this mantle, right? And man, and people are just giving him all kinds of business about being Captain America. As you, even in the movies, the TV show Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you saw what he was saying at the last episode, episode number 6, when he's talking about wearing the shield and having just feeling burdened, like, man, this thing is weight, man. I feel this heat. People just looking at me like, why I got this uniform on? But he just keeping it 100, man. And so Sam Wilson, he has abilities, but he doesn't have any superpowers. So let's be clear about that. His abilities are more based on his training, which I'm going to talk about down the line, right? But Sam Wilson, Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Sam Wilson. To me, it was this was like something that the African American community have been hungering for. To have an African American representing Captain America as a superhero was unheard of. So 1969, when Stan Lee and Gene Colan created this character, it was off the chain. Because first he was Falcon, and then he became Captain America. And so at that point, the minute 1969 was he showed up in 1969, that's when he straight up became Captain America. There was no getting around it. Actually, let me go back here. He was already born, and then the mantle just really got passed down to him. And then it wasn't. So in Captain America number 117 in September 1969, when he was passed the mantle, Captain America volume number 7, number 25, December 2015, which were different comics, but man, being Captain America, that's one hell of an origin, man. And I don't think they would have given him that origin if he didn't have that paratrooper background, if he didn't have that military Air Force background, because they'd have been like, who the hell is this guy? Is he even qualified? I mean, all kinds of ignorant, usual questions that they would be asking, but hey, the man became Captain America.
You're talking about letting him enslave millions of people. Yes, millions that I'll never know. But Jan's my wife. She's real. Just because you won't hear those cries or see their tears doesn't mean those millions aren't real. You said the Avengers defend humanity. Finding the Avengers flaws was hard, but yours is easy. Whoa! Okay, here's a good idea. I'll ask questions that you actually answer. Hate that plan. Hawkeye, sometimes I think you're the coolest guy on the team. And other days, I can't stand you. So I'm an enigma. Let it go. Happy to. Come on, man! Take 2. Why don't you want Shield and me involved? Avengers, assemble.
So now let's talk about his history. Now the history of Sam Wilson as Captain America is twofold. One, he's Falcon. So he starts off as Captain America's psychic, just like how you've seen in the movies. But for a lot of y'all, his history goes all the way back to 1990s, like in terms of animation, which is the first time I ever saw him on this show called Avengers, which had Hank Man, which had Giant Man, which was Hank Pym, Wasp, Wonder Man, Vision, Tigra, That's the first time I ever saw Captain Falcon. He was on an episode guest starring, and then he also showed up again in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Then of course Avengers Assemble, and then as just like how in the movies, he takes over as Captain America, right? When Steve Rogers hands him the shield, like he starts off as a psychic, but he holds his own because you can see in Civil War, in Winter Soldier, you can tell he has major training, and I don't think he would have gotten the shield if Captain America didn't feel like the one thing he had, which was a good heart, right? Because the one thing that's always been the base of a Captain America basis has always been a good heart, being able to see past yourself, right? And Sam Wilson had all those characteristics. Not to mention he also had military training, just like Captain America. So they were both, one was Army, one was Air Force, which was totally cool. And so when he gets introduced in the movies in Winter Soldier, I'm like, whoa, who is this dude? This dude is sick as hell. I remember rewinding the scene when he first comes off in the shadows in the sky when they dropped off, what's that villain? He got dropped off. He got kicked off the ledge by Black Widow, and then Falcon comes around and picks him up and drops off one arm, and then he turns around and gives him like, holy crap, this dude's freaking Falcon. The minute I saw that, I was like, oh, this dude is Falcon. And so the history is first he starts off as Falcon, but then to graduate to the greatness of greatness, Steve Rogers hands him the shield. See, back in the comics in the day, Captain America actually dies, right? Steve Rogers, and then he becomes the new Captain America, right? But then in the modern times, he becomes Captain America because Steve Rogers, of course, he goes through the timeline, he gets old, comes back in Endgame, tells him he's worthy of the shield because there's always got to be a Captain America. And then, of course, I'm gonna get into the TV show where he doesn't want to use the shield, but he realizes I got to get this shield back. So Sam Wilson's history is like Falcon and then Captain America. And then also to another cool thing is that a lot of people don't know in a different universe, well, not in a different universe, but the new age of Avengers, there's a group of Avengers. You got Sam Wilson, Captain America, you got Lady Thor, you got Iron Man, you got Vision, you got Nova, you got Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales. That's the new group of Avengers in one group. I remember having this comic book, I was like, oh, this is sick as hell. And so Sam Wilson, Captain America, and look, before I even get going, because I'm still going over here, I didn't even showed you Sam Wilson yet, man. I got to show you 2 drawings, man. These are sick as hell, but they're also available on SamVision.com. Yeah, that's right. I know y'all love that. Look at that thing. That's sick as hell. Captain America went to Sam Wilson, baby. And then also, before it becomes Captain America, that's Falcon, man. Look at that costume. Available. Both of these posters available on SamVision.com. And then for those of y'all who love seeing posters, let me show this to y'all so we don't skip it. That's the poster right there. 11 by 17 available on SamVision.com. Go get your poster today on SamVision.com. And check this out too. Shoot. You know we don't play, man. Falcon. Can't tell you how many times I've sold these jokers at Comic Expos. All on the website. You know what I mean? There you go right there. Falcon. So, you know, that's Captain America right there, man. And so his history is like lineage, man, to be worthy of something, especially, but to actually become Captain America in 1969, like I said before, September 1969, number 17 issue becomes Captain America. And back then, he goes from that time to this time, and even in this time, I remember in episode 6 of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you're looking at him all kinds of crazy, man. But you know what I'm looking forward to is the new Avengers, to see how he's going to fit into that group, because like I told you, the history, he becomes Captain America. He becomes the leader of the new Avengers. So he's leading Miss Marvel. He's leading Nova. He's leading Lady Thor. Thor, of course, just call her Thor. He's leading Iron Man. He's leading Vision. And, of course, Ultimate Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, right? That's the new group of Avengers. And he's in charge of those guys. Man, you know what? Let me see if I can even find it for y'all, man. Because I think I might have this Joker up in here, man. Just to prove my points. Shoot. I need y'all to see this. This dude. If I can find it, y'all gonna be some lucky individuals. You know what? Y'all give me a second, because I got to show y'all this. I'm looking. Y'all give me a second. Hold up. I gotta find this, because I want to show y'all this before I continue talking about this dude. So y'all see what's up. Nope. Let's see where I put this Joker. Hopefully I still have it. Ah, here we go. See right there? Sam Wilson leading a new group of Avengers. See that right there? Yes, sir. That's it right there. So he becomes the new leader of the Avengers in a different era. And man, are they kicking butt. You gotta understand the history is really, it's a short one, but it's also a long one too, because this history has been around since 1969. But at that time in 1969, he was completely solo. It's not like he was part of a group. They weren't gonna just draw him as Captain America Winter Soldier and then having him also leading a bunch of Caucasians. That's what it was all back then. Avengers. It wasn't diverse in any, not even to the closest point. You know what I'm saying? So it's a group of Avengers has always been a bunch of Caucasians. But now, when Captain America Sam Wilson comes around in this modern era, now it's him. It's Miss Marvel, it's Nova, it's Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's Iron Man, it's Vision, it's Thor, you know what I'm saying, and it's Miss Marvel. So, you know, that's what he's doing right there. That's the history, and he transitions from Falcon completely to Captain America, and then Falcon becomes a different person, which I'm not going to get into today, but the Falcon lineage gets passed on to another person. Just like how you show in the TV show, yeah, that's right. Falcon becomes a different person, totally different person now. So that's the history of Sam Wilson as Captain America, because it's tremendously awesome. I was so proud of the show. It wasn't even funny, man, which I'm going to get down to the show. But just seeing him as Captain America just really touched my heart. I was like, this dude is doing a great job as Captain America. So now... Next up, his abilities. He doesn't have any powers. This is what makes him even more special as Captain America. His abilities are his flying abilities, acrobatics, his training from the military, the Air Force, of course, and of course the paratrooper, as you see in the cartoon. The Winter Soldier movie, right? Then we get to see him doing more stuff as Falcon in Endgame and Civil War, in Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. And so most of his abilities, what he does at Captain, is really training. But then, as you saw in the TV show Falcon and Winter Soldier, this man's having to train. Throwing that shield isn't exactly easy as you think it is. He has to learn to throw the shield. He has to learn to let it control it. I mean, that's what's cool. He has to learn how to fly with it and throw the shield. The sickest things were the things that I saw in the movie, in the TV show. Man, especially episode 6 where he had the suit on. I'm like, this is sick as hell. He got the wings. He's got the shield. And then the sickest thing is when the truck is falling off the ledge and then all you see is him just catching it. And he's got the birds thruster. He's using the thrusters on his jetpack to push the thing up. But it looked like he was superhuman, man. I mean, it was just so symbolic, man. It makes me want to go watch it again. And yo, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. And I'm still bummed out that there isn't a season 2 of it, because I'm like, yo, you can give Loki season 2, but you can't give Falcon and Winter Soldier season 2? You got to be kidding me, man. You know what I mean? But his abilities are that simple. And then some of the other stuff that he has too, as well as training. Abilities. Let me give you all the things. So back in the day, he had empathetic and telepathic links with all the birds that he was using, right? But they don't have birds now, because in Civil War you saw mechanical flying objects. You know what I mean? Of course, flight via the harness. He has flight capabilities via the wings, the metal wings, which eventually receives from Wakanda, because they give him, as you can tell, Winter Soldier hit up his connection in Wakanda, you know, and then Wakanda people, they got the best of the best. So the Wakanda group, they make him a new suit, which includes these, I don't know what to call them, they're wings that are retractable. They're just sick as hell. They got their own mind, to be honest with you, man. You know what I mean? And then of course, he's a skilled martial artist, aerialist, acrobatic. He's proficient, tactician, and strategist. So he's just like Captain America, which is what made him the perfect choice to become the new Captain America. He's a tactician and a strategist, and then skilled in hand-to-hand combat, as you can see in the TV show. He'd be sharp, flying in the air, next thing you know, he's hitting you with a cyclone kick. You're like, what the hell is this guy doing, man? And then he's an expert bird trainer, of course. That's another tactic. Of course, maybe in the future movies, the TV shows, we're going to actually see him actually have a bird be a psychic, but I highly doubt they're going to do that because you already made his Red Wing into a robot type of thing, you know what I mean? But maybe they can make it look like a real robot bird. I don't know, you know what I mean? But those are his abilities. Being able to have military training and convert it to Captain America. Of course, he's not super soldier. He doesn't have any serum. He doesn't have any, not that I know of, not in any version that I've read anyway. He doesn't have any super soldier serum. He doesn't have any of those superpowers, but he's highly trained. I mean, what's better than that when you have somebody who just is human? So in this essence, he's kind of like a Batman, or like a I'm trying to think who else has gadgets. I don't want to say Green Lantern, because Green Lantern's powers are sort of, excuse me, yo. Green Lantern's powers are sort of like spatial or space ways or something, man. But he's just, the only thing I can really liken it to is to being Batman, or maybe Green Arrow. You know what I mean? Because he's using gadgets and he's using military training, and so he's able to use his knowledge and abilities, fighting abilities to fight villains, man. It was sick. The TV show, like, it showcased all his abilities. His flying abilities were insane in the TV show, and then they were insane in the Avengers movies. I'm like, yo, this dude is all that, man. This dude is just so sick. So really, to be honest with you, those are his abilities, man. I mean, he's a natural human. He can get hurt. One thing I would like to see in his uniform, in future uniform, is more armorish. Not so much rubberish, but armorish, where it's like it can protect his joints. And then his face, man. How you gonna be flying around with all that stuff in your face and you got nothing covering your teeth? They need to find a way to get him a whole mask, man. You know what I mean? So, yo, they can work on that, man. But, yo, that's his abilities, man.
All day, man.
Uncle Sam! You're amazing!
Next up is the comics. Yes, I know, you're shocked. Captain America had comics back in the day. Yeah, that's right. Y'all better ask somebody. The first comic, his first appearance was as Captain America was in number 17, September 1969. Excuse me. Like I said again, it was Captain America number 17, 1969. As Captain America in volume number 7, I believe, number 25, which came around in 2014. But Sam Wilson, it was, like I said, the first comic book came out by Stan Lee and Gene Colan. It came about when Colan recalled in 2008, in the late 1960s, when the news of the Vietnam War and the civil rights protests were regular occurrences, Stan, always wanting to be the forefront of things, started beginning these headlines into the comics. One of the biggest steps was we took the direction came in Captain America. I enjoyed drawing people of every kind. I drew as many different types of people as I could into the scenes and illustrated, and loved drawing black people. I always found their features interesting and so much more of their strength, spirit, and wisdom written on their faces. I approached Stan, and I remember, with the idea of introducing an African American hero, and he took to it right away. I looked at several African American magazines and used them as the basis of inspiration for Falcon to life. So when he created Falcon, right, by creating Falcon in that time, he literally was creating Captain America, right? So when he was first introduced into the comics, it was 1969. I think one of the things, like through the most of the 1970s, the Falcon and the Captain America were a team in the New York City. Their series was covered, build Captain America and the Falcon from issues from number 134 through 192, and then number 194 to 222 from February 1971 to June 1978. Man, that's a long old time. So he was basically, for a long time, he was Falcon, and it was Captain America's sidekick, right? And then let me see. So when he became, after regularly appearing in Captain America Volume 2, November 1996 to 1997, the Falcon rejoined the Avengers. Like, he was just Captain America. He was just Falcon the entire time for a long time. On July 16, 2014, Marvel Comics announced that Sam Wilson would relinquish the mantle of Falcon and would become the new Captain America, succeeding Steve Rogers in the role. During this run, it was established that Sam Wilson's snap backstory as a drug dealing pimp was fake memories implanted in the Red Skull to discredit Sam Wilson through racism. So it was like a bunch of regular bullshit. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to make this the idea, but that's what they did. They were doing a bunch of moronic shit, man. That's typical of Marvel. When they're pulling forward, they're pulling backwards at the same damn time too. And also too, like him becoming Captain America back then, when I say there was like animosity, there was animosity. They're like, you have people, aside from the fact that they had the nerve to even make him Captain America. Like I said before, in previous episodes about Steve Rogers, Captain America was always something that symbolized just the Caucasian community. And that's the honest truth about it. Nobody who wasn't a Caucasian ever saw Captain America as something representing them. But when Captain America was drawn to become Sam Wilson, oh damn. And then when they put it on a comic book, even more, oh damn. Can you imagine in the 1960s, 1970s, looking at a comic book with Captain America and the American flag behind it, and the suit was a black costume, but then he had this square looking shield, and I'm going to show y'all down the line. But people were tripping, man. Like reading the comic book, like you're tripping about a superhero, and you're mad because he's not Caucasian, he's actually a brother, and you're mad because like it's not so much the comic book wasn't a good storyline. You're just mad because he wasn't a Caucasian, a white person. I mean, it's ridiculous. But the comics were so vital to where we are today, to where looking at Falcon and then him becoming him becoming Captain America in Endgame, nobody said nothing. Even if they did, nobody cared. And then also too, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I felt like the show is the best miniseries Marvel has created. It's better than WandaVision. It's better than Loki for damn sure. It's better than Secret Wars with Nick Fury. It's for damn sure better than She-Hulk, because that was, oh hell no. But Captain America, as the comic books, man, the comics have been there. There's no doubt that his dude has been around. Like if you think about it, he's been in, when somebody's been in that many issues, like even also appeared, even though it was Falcon, he joined the Avengers in Avengers Volume 3, number 1, February 1998. This timeline, he remained with the team, becoming one of the most prominent members by the issue number 57 of October 2002. Concurrently, he also a supporting character in Captain America Volumes 3 and 4 from January 1998 to February 2002, and then June 2002 to December 2004. The Falcon next appeared in the short-lived Captain America and Falcon series 2004-2005 after the events of the storyline Avengers Disassembled, when Scarlet Witch temporarily restored his criminal personality. The Falcon became a supporting character in Captain America Volume 5, January 2005 to July 2009. The Falcon continued to play a significant role in the series. I mean, one thing I can't stand about comics, especially when it comes to African American heroes, they always criminalize you and then heroize you. They always criminalize you and they heroize you. Like that's something Marvel. That's one of the reasons why Marvel gets on my damn nerves. Like they're cool, but they're idiots too. real talk, they're just freaking fucking morons. They don't know how to use something and not distort it and not besmirch it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, just let the dude be a hero. If he's gonna be a hero, let him be a hero. Why does he have to be a pimp of any kind? Why does he be a drug dealer? It's like what they're doing is basically catering to stereotypes. So you can only become a superhero after you start off as a pimp or some dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? But that's all the nonsense in the comics that he had to deal with, man. It wasn't just that he was wearing the comics, it was that he was getting dumped on too. Like, he even had Falcon briefly join the superhero team Defenders, appearing in issues number 62 through 64, August through October 1978. It was just all kinds of different, and then also to the Avengers from issues number 183 to number 194, May 1979 to April 1980. You got to remember, those aren't exactly progressive times. Even today, I still don't consider progressive because Marvel is still pumping out the same numbers, the same cool, corny ass superheroes. You only had 2 black superheroes being put out: Blade and Black Panther. And only recently have you done Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So Falcon is technically the 3rd superhero you've put out. There's nothing been done on War Machine. Nothing's been done on Bishop. Nothing's been done on Storm. So, you know, just this character become comparator was a burden, man, for real, man. So you need, that's the comics right there.
Series. We had our reasons for disbanding the Avengers. Something's changed. Avengers assemble! Could you say that again into my phone? I want to make it... Come on, Falcon. Push it. You're running out of time. Oh, it's in a rush. Ah, Tony! I hate it when you do that. I know. It wasn't a box. A bomb? Let me jet into the exosphere for you. Not a bomb. Rare vaccine for a plague-stricken village? No. Well, it must not be very important then. Tony! Evidence that can save a wrongly condemned man? No. Now you got me interested. Will you quit it? I'm nervous enough as it is. For what? Move-in day? Sam, I had your stuff shipped in hours ago. The morning briefing. We're 10 minutes late. Seriously? I never get to those things on time. It takes Cap half an hour just to make coffee. Huge yawn. That's you. I'm new. Do I look calm? You've got wing pit stains. Sam, relax. You're here for a reason. Trust me, everyone is very cool with these things.
All right, Avengers. Strategically, the Hulk has 6 options that we've trained for.
Sorry, I'm late.
What's in the box, little bird? My mom made cookies.
It's right there. Now, next up is the animation. Now, the animation is more to do with him being Falcon on whether it's Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes or Avengers Assemble. That's really the main 2. And then, of course, Avengers from back in the 90s, right? When he guest stars on one episode. I remember he was part of the new group of Avengers, joining the Avengers on like maybe the last 2 episodes of the show. So you got to see him in 2 episodes, I believe. But like the animation is like sort of the main thing, like in Avengers of Mighty Heroes. It was only at the end in season 2 where he came in as one of those characters that came in. Excuse me. And they were trying to defeat the Avengers. And so he came in fighting Hawkeye and all that kind of stuff. But then in Avengers Assemble, you really got to see him from jump to the end. You got to see him change his costume. You got to see him become a different type of Falcon. You even got to see him kind of go away with Captain America. And when the Avengers separated, where Captain America was leading one team, it was Hawkeye. It was Captain America was with Captain America was with Black Widow, Falcon, Hulk, and himself. And then Iron Man had, excuse me, yo. Iron Man had Hawkeye. I think it was Thor. God, who else? Yeah, it was Iron Man, Hawkeye, and Thor. That's what I remember from the Avengers Assemble. And so he was Falcon the entire time, because in terms of animation, there really hasn't been any animation. But that's where the animation sits, because Sam Wilson was like a kid. He was the youngest dude in the group. He was like the kid who was like, his mom let him join the Avengers, and then they realized how smart he was. He would create gadgets with Iron Man. And then, of course, he learned a lot from Captain America during the show as the show went. I even had that episode when he fought the Squadron Supreme. Like, he was in charge of the Avengers. He came up with a battle plan to defeat the Squadron Supreme. So you got to see his tactical abilities. I mean, the Avengers Assemble was such a good cartoon. And his representation in the cartoon was good, too. It's probably the first time I didn't see any stereotype of any character in any Marvel cartoon series where he wasn't stereotyped. Storm in X-Men was stereotyped, especially X-Men from the 1990s. Not so much so in X-Men Evolution in the 2000s. Then Bishop 2 was kind of stereotyped. Like, yo, they had to have him beat his brother with like a Jerry curl. I mean, like, I'm looking at the drawing now, I'm like, what the hell, a Jerry curl activator? You couldn't just give him dreads or something? Marvel was really ignorant as hell back then. I'm not about to give them props now either, because they're not that much smarter. They're not that much modern. They're still ignorant as hell. They do a lot of dumb shit, just to be honest with y'all. But yeah, and shit is not a cuss word. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot of dumb shit, but Avengers Assemble is a really good show. If you've never seen it, available on Disney Plus, you're gonna love it. You're definitely gonna love Captain Falcon's role in it, because from season 1 all the way through season 4, it's amazing. I don't remember one episode where he got stereotyped. I mean, and then I loved when he became the leader during the Squadron Supreme episode, which was about 5 episodes. It was totally sick as hell. If you've never seen it, please go watch it on Disney Plus, because there's no way in hell you're gonna find it on YouTube. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. So that's the animation right there.
All right, buddy. What's your beef?
You will address me as a tumor. I've spent years amassing my Atlantean army. Now, you surface dwellers will experience a true conqueror's ambition.
So you came to the Big Apple to make a name for yourself. How novel.
I've studied your kind. This city is the first step. Soon the entire surface world will fall before me.
Tough talk. But nobody floods my city and gets away with it.
Cannonball! Now's not the time to be reckless, Hulk. We need strategy, not mindless chaos.
Time for a little fishing.
Of course they're running away. Didn't their boss just say they came here looking for a fight? Something's not adding up. Heads up, they're going underground. Iron Man, we've got Atlanteans on the subways.
I hear you, Cap. Loud.
Hey, Dracula, have you met my new friend?
So, who would like to start? Mr. Barnes, why does Sam aggravate you?
15 seconds to drop. So what's our plan?
Great.
Superheroes cannot be allowed to exist. I have no intention to leave my work unfinished.
The world's upside down right now. Where do we start? Buck, I have a plan. Oh yeah? What is it? Is you ready?
Here we go again, huh?
Grinding hard on the dog. Is that different? Are you ready? Is you ready? your ass. Alright? Gotta get that first shot up before the bullet hit me.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Are you ready? Is you ready? Ready?
Okay.
You say you ready.
What are you doing?
Whole squad ready. Ready?
Are you having a staring contest?
Are you ready? Ready? Is you ready?
Just blink. Sweet Jesus.
So of course, the TV show, which was the first. Well, it's not the first time. It was the first time I saw an African American superhero on a TV show, aside from Mantis. Because Mantis was in 1994, 22 episodes of Awesomeness. I don't know where you're going to find those episodes. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a continuation of him taking over the mantle as Captain America from Endgame, right? And through all the subsequent different movie roles that he had, the roles that he had in different movies, from Winter Soldier to Civil War to Infinity to Endgame to actually to Avengers Age of Ultron, because you guys see him at the end. That's when he first got introduced. And then Infinity War, and then Endgame. And so Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a TV show that bases really on him continuing the lineage and trying to come to grips with being the fact that he's going to be the new Captain America. He relinquishes the shield to somebody else. That person gets chosen. And yes, he was a Caucasian guy, which was so stupidly stereotypical. But then the guy becomes just a disgrace to the whole shield and Captain America when he decides to kill one of the flag smashers, right? So then, because they have to fight this girl, Kylie, who's decided that, you know, she's tired of when everybody comes out from the blip, they just got the short end of the sticks in terms of food, living, expenses, no money. They're poor as hell. She's like, screw this. We're going to give the business to the new government, which she does. And then in a way, as the episode goes, Falcon starts to become more empathetic towards her. It's like her movement's not bad. It's just the way she's doing it. And so then Winter Soldier decides, okay, let me hit up Wakanda real quick. I need you guys to make a uniform. So on episode 6, you get to see him put on the uniform. But the entire time from episode 1 all the way through 5, first he gives up the costume. And then in episode 2, him and Winter Soldier have to go like join forces and start trying to defeat these flag smashers. And then by episode 3, him and the new Captain America are working together. But then by episode 4, the new Captain America's disgraced the name of Captain America, so he has to relinquish the shield. And then by episode 5, he's training, learning how to use the shield, becoming more Captain America-ish, and him and Winter Soldier having difficulty getting along, just like in Civil War. They're like, I hate your guts, like this and that, yada yada yada. They don't work together. Then they learn to work together, learn to have an appreciation for each other. And that TV show, I gotta tell you, I was so happy with it. And then of course one of my favorite seasons when at the end when Cal Lumley, they're in the garden, and then Cal Lumley tells him, I mean, you're special, but you ain't no Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. What I was more shocked about was that he said Malcolm X first before he said Martin Luther King. That's something I'll never see, that thought that Disney or Marvel would utter their words, bringing the great name of Malcolm X into the same subject. But it was great to see it. And Falcon did such a great job. Anthony Mackie did such a great job as Falcon, as Captain America, and then as Captain America, and then transitioning to Winter Soldier. On all the movies, but on the show really, really hit me. I was like, wow. This dude is sick. And then as the show goes, like I told you, the many different scenes, like the chopper scene when he's flying, and then he tells the guy, oh, you gonna really get this hurting now, because he hits him with the shield move. I'm like, yo, this is sick as hell. The wings are retracting and expanding. He's flying through the air. He's bulletproof, like the shield. He's got the shield in his hand. I'm like, how is this dude multitasking so much? It's insane. Like, at one point I'm thinking, I think he's a better Captain America than Steve Rogers watching the TV show. I was so amped up. Like I told y'all, I've watched this thing twice already, and there's about to be a third time because I like it that much. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was such a great show. And then, of course, I love at the end of the name of the show when they changed it from Falcon and Winter Soldier to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, finally giving him his props and acknowledgement. Of course, they had to build the show, but it might be one of the few shows that Marvel has done to where I didn't think they were ignorant in ignorance. Because they're known for doing dumb stereotype shit once in a while. They'll be doing something right, and then they'll go stereotype on it. You know what I mean? Falcon and the Winter Soldier was such a great show. Such a great show. Like, I loved it from beginning to the end. He wasn't stereotyped. He wasn't drunk. He wasn't an alcoholic. He wasn't no damn pimp. He just went from Falcon to Captain America. And then, of course, the scene at the end when he saves everybody and he's talking to the reporters and talks to the new political leaders, telling them they're doing a crappy job, telling them while the girl Kaylee, let me see. You know what? Let me look this up so I get all the names right. I gotta get on my Google, y'all. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I got to tell y'all all the characters because I got to tell y'all. So Kaylee, right? She's leading the Flag Smashers, and she's telling and Sam Wilson, played by Anthony Mackie's telling the political leaders the reason why she's doing all this is because y'all are some sorry leaders. Y'all suck. And so he's over there like defending her. Of course, she dies at the end, but it's what she does. And he's like, y'all better hope another one even way worse than her doesn't come out because she gave y'all that work. And so he's telling them about wearing the costume, feeling the heat of being Captain America, knowing that he's an African American, just like he can see that people are looking at him and saying like, yo, why you wearing the costume? Are you worthy of it? Yes, I'm worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the beauties about the show. That part made a lot of sense to me because that's what people would actually literally be doing. Looking at him crazy like, yo, I'm even the movie that's about to come out, A New Brave World, I know for sure people gonna be acting all foolish. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares what y'all think. Any Caucasians out there that you don't like it, go kick rocks. Go kick rocks. In fact, go fuck yourself. We're not changing the future. We're tired of people like we're heroes too. We've got heroes from people like Malcolm X to Martin Luther King to my great-grandfather Sanusi. Yeah, that's how I named my company Sanusi Vision. Sanusi is a great warrior, came from back in the day. He mopped the floor with the Portuguese. From Harriet Tubman to Rosa Parks to oh my god, my brain's going blank right now. To Carly Stomichael to the great oh my god, the list is endless, man. To these heroes, even to the ones that we don't even know their names. To the great Medgar Evers. The list is endless, man. Like just a bunch of endless heroes doing great things. To Tupac, to Bob Marley, to Fela Kuti, to Samuel Torre, to Kwame Nkrumah. These different heroes, man, just Nelson Mandela. I could keep going and going. This is what Falcon represents. Like these heroes, like we are heroes too. We've been heroes, but then being able to wear the costume that you already know about. There's no reason why. I don't care if there's an Asian Captain America. You should still look at Captain America the same. I don't care if there's a Hispanic Captain America. You should still look at it the same. As long as he's got that uniform, you know it's going to work. That's it. Bottom line, that's where it should be at. You know what I mean? So that, to me, right there, the TV show was amazing. I mean, the characters included Anthony Mackie, of course, playing Sam Wilson, Captain America, Winter Soldier. Sebastian Stan playing Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, of course. Wyatt Russell playing U.S. agent. But first, of course, it starts off at the new Captain America. And then Erin Kellerman playing Kylie. She's leading the Smashers. And then Emily Vanderkamp playing Sharon Carter. She's like she's like an arms dealer, basically. And then Daniel Bro playing Hamla Zemo. So he's kept alive, but then at the end of the show, he goes to jail. And then, of course, Danny Ramirez playing Joaquin Torres. And he's going to become the new Falcon. For all you don't know, if you don't keep up with the comics, the new Falcon's going to be a Hispanic brother. So get over it. Get the fuck over it. It's going to be a Hispanic brother. Yeah, I cussed. I don't care. You know what I mean? But, but the show only went for one season, which bummed me out. In 2021, 6 episodes of total awesomeness. I think the show really the show, I don't know if the show is canceled. I mean, it only went for one season. But like I said before, if Loki can get 2 seasons, why the hell can't Falcon and the Winter Soldier get way more seasons? It's way of a cooler show. While I was silent right there, y'all, for a minute, I was actually looking at the screen, figuring out why in the hell this show was canceled. Sometimes you can find stuff, but like I said, the main thing is the movie's coming out. So I'm crunk. It's coming out next year in 2025. It's supposed to be around February, I believe, 2025. So I'm straight up hyped up about it, man. So that's the TV show, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Off the chain. Anthony Mackie does a great job as Captain America and Falcon. Just, man, I'm amped up. Now,
This is gonna end well.
They're not stopping.
Neither are we.
Now, next up, the movies. Last but not least, but movies. Now, we don't know what's going to happen, but we do know this. It's a brave new world. That's the new thing right there. And of course, Anthony Mackie is going to continue his role as Captain America. Now, let's check it out. Who's going to be all up in this thing, man? Captain America, New World Order, Brave New World. The film is, oh man, it's going to be sick as hell. Woo! Man, Captain America, Brave New World. Now, it's going to incorporate a lot of amazing actors. Anthony Mackie, of course, reprising his role as Captain America, right? Harrison Ford is going to play Theodos. I don't know who that is. Thunderbolt, I'm guessing. Looks like he's going to play Theodos Thunderbolt. Am I right? Yep, that's what it looks like. Yep, Harrison Ford is going to be playing Theodos Thunderbolt. So that should be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to that. And then of course Seth Rollins is gonna also be in the movie. Shara Harris is gonna be Sabra. Sebastian Stan is going to continue his role as Bucky Barnes, aka Winter Soldier. Liv Tyler is gonna play Betty Ross. Hugo Weaving is gonna be in it. Oh man, that's gonna be interesting right here. Danny Ramirez is gonna of course play Joaquin Torres. I'm pretty sure he's gonna become the Falcon. Tim Blake is gonna be there. Tim Blake Nelson is gonna play Samuel Stearns. Florence Pugh is gonna be in there too. Cal Lumley is gonna be in there playing Isley Bradley, rising as the original African American Captain America. Emily Vanderkap is gonna be in there playing Sharon Carter. So it's gonna be a amazing movie. I don't know how it's gonna go. I know one thing. I'm watching that thing. Shoot, and it's set to come out on. When is it set to come out? It's set to come out next year, February 14, 2025. So you know they're already getting their shoot on. The director is going to be Julius Ona. I don't even know who that is. Oh, it's a brother. Oh, well then, this is looking good. Okay then. Look at them doing something, trying to be progressive. Praise the Lord. I would never think that they would actually do that, but hey, he's actually a Nigerian-born American film director. So he's actually Nigerian. Amen to the Nigerians, baby. We're everywhere, baby. We're everywhere. And his screenwriter, producer, he's directed films Cloverfield Paradox, Loose, and the upcoming Captain America Brave New World. I am definitely looking forward to this. This is going to be so sick. Man, this is going to be sick. Are you kidding me? This is going to be good. I can't wait, man. Oh my God, this is going to be sick. Hopefully, there's nothing ignorant in it. I think they're also talking about having Captain Bruce Banner. So Mark Ruffalo is going to come in as Bruce Banner, and apparently in forthcoming Captain, he might be in it. That's what they're saying. Whether it's going to be him as the Hulk or Bruce Banner, both, or we don't know. But hey, that's the movies. All I know is this: it's going to be sick as hell. It's going to be Captain America 4 because you got Captain America First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and then of course Civil War, and now you got Captain America Brave New World. I mean, I thought it was going to be having a different title. But I guess that's the title I don't want to call it. But hey, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for Falcon. I'm looking forward to Anthony Mackie laying down the law, putting it down. You know what I mean? I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it just being man. This thing gonna be fire. That's all I know. It's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be lit, man. Oh, this is gonna be so sick. Then of course, I guess this ties into the new Avengers that's coming out, the Krang Dynasty. Then Avengers Secret Wars. So it's gonna be a whole lot going on, man. So I'm pretty amped up about this. I really think this movie is gonna be spitfire, man. It's gonna be so sick.
Sam, you're gonna get your wings, Sam. Focus that fire on the left flank, Sam. Over there.
So that's our show for today, man. I mean, honestly, talking about Sam Wilson, Captain America, I keep saying it that way. I don't care. That's what he is, Sam Wilson, Captain America, or Captain America, Sam Wilson, whichever one you want to take it. I ain't saying it wrong. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very. He's a character like it's in detail. Like he's a character that matters a lot to a lot of people, not just to African Americans, but to anybody who wants to see diversity in the superhero genre, because there ain't enough superheroes, man. Like, I'm just happy that I remember watching Avengers Endgame. I was thinking, no, Civil War. I was like, okay, which brother's gonna die? Is it gonna be Falcon? Is it gonna be War Machine? I was like, they got too many brothers on the set. What the hell's going on? You can never put anything past Marvel's dumbass. They do a lot of dumb shit. And so to see that none of them died, only that War Machine got hurt, I was happy. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're gonna have to do a better job. Hopefully, all the money they spent on making all the different Captain America movies, they spent the same expenditure making Brave New World. And also, too, I'm glad that they chose an African American director. Hey, it just happened to be a Nigerian-based person too. So I'm proud. I'm really proud of that. You know what I mean? Nigerians always doing big things, man. You know what I mean? But I'm grateful for that. Sam Wilson, Captain America. I can't tell you how proud I was. Like, because back in the 60s, when I know people that are older than me that used to read the comics, they used to tell me crazy stories that people would buy the comic book, but then people would still be ripping them up too and burning them, and just all kinds of hatred and all kinds of ignorance, man. But then when the movie came around, when the movie ended the way it did in Endgame, and then when also too in the TV show Falcon Winter Soldier, now I don't know why the hell they ended it, but whatever, we just go with it. But all I know is this: I can't wait for this movie to come out next year. So that's our show for today, Captain America, Sam Wilson. That's our show for today, Captain America, Sam Wilson with Sam Wilson, the new Captain America. It's kind of like how I talked about Spider-Man, and then I talked about Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I had to do the same thing for Captain America. I've got other heroes down the pike, you know, but I love. I think Sam Wilson, Captain America, is sick as hell. I don't know, man. The only difference between the two is that Captain America with Steve Rogers has superpowers. But man, after watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the way Captain America, Sam Wilson's be laying down as Captain America, I'm like, oh, he's coming close to be like becoming my favorite Captain America. Because man, when this movie Brave New World, if that thing drops and it's Spitfire like that, there's gonna be a tie for my favorite Captain America. You know what I'm saying? So that's our show for today, man. But before we get up out of here, we gotta talk about all our cool new stuff. So let's see here. Let me get what we got going here, y'all. Y'all know how we doing, man. We doing big things over here. First of all, as you know, I haven't hidden it. I've been in therapy, and I continue to be in therapy, and it has changed my life. And look, in doing therapy, I need a journal. And look, I used to have this journal. Let me show you what I used to have. I used to have this journal. This was my journal. And then I said, you know what? And then as the pages got dwindled down, I said, I need to get a new journal. So I said, I need to make my own journal. Something with my own art that's a part of my life. So guess what I did? Cardiac Assassin version 1 on this side, version 5 on this side. And I put all kinds of awesome quotes on there to inspire me, like stuff like, it's called my journal number 3. Things like, you know, all the stuff that I want to accomplish. I'm not going to tell you my words that I put on here, but it's stuff that inspires me. The main 3 that I'm going to share with y'all is serenity, peace, and clarity always. Then, you know, joy is a lifestyle. Aspire and achieve. You know what I mean? And look at this. The book. I haven't started writing it yet. I can't wait. But yo, this is the journal right here. I mean, we're doing big things right here. I'm doing big things on SoundVision. And then these are quotes to myself. Y'all ain't going to see that, but journals available on soundvision.com. These journals are sick. They're hardcover. They're not going to be stained. They're not going to be man, they're scratch proof, man. So they are durable for a long time. I wanted a hardcover, kind of like a comic book is what I really wanted to be like. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I just needed to get y'all, show y'all this right here, man. So yo, this is what we're doing in SoundVision journals, man. If you want to, you got to record your story. It's not just so that it's for you. for the history of yourself daily, weekly, monthly, so you can know how you're living. By writing a journal, you actually get to understand what you're doing daily. You get to see where your energy is at. And that's why I realized everything for me was going great. Like, I live an amazing life. You know what I'm saying? I love my life. I even say it on my journal. I love my life right there. I love my life. So the journals allow you to understand yourself, man, to recap what you know. So that way you can see how you're living. And you're true in your thoughts that you write down, right? Because if you're going to have a journal, you need to be upfront about what you're writing down. So, journals available on soundvision.com. We got different characters right now. Carjack for Assassins Classic right here. Carjack for Assassins version 5. Cajun, Escalade, Glocks, Rasputin. I'm going to have a whole bunch of everybody on that website for the journal. So y'all get ready. It's going to be on there, man. So journals on soundvision.com, man. This is what we're doing. Now, next up is I got to show y'all the footwear. The footwear is for sure. These are the Bata Sport ones. Yeah, I'm always showing y'all a shoe every episode, man. Y'all got to see it. Look at the unders right there. Cushion is the most comfortable running shoe I've ever owned in my life. It's the most comfortable running shoes I've ever owned in my life. And y'all know how I feel about my feet. I got to have the right stuff, man. And look at the art. Sick as hell, detail. So you got Carjack for Assassins Classic on that side. And you got version 5 on this side. And what's also cool about my sports ones, guess what else? The art changes on the inside. Look at that. And it's so comfortable, man. Oh my God. Man, it is super comfortable. I wear these to work. I got a pair for working out. I got a pair for wearing to work. I got a pair for just wearing wherever. These blue ones are sick as hell. We got them in multiple characters too. Carjack for Assassins, Blade, Iron Man, Batman, Wonder Woman, Voltron, Turtles, Mega Man. We got them for men and women, different sizes, all the way from sizes 5 all the way to size, I believe size 12. So, if you love running shoes and you love comfort in your running shoes and you love quality most of all, Bata Sport 1 available on sunvision.com. Go get your pair today. Then, of course, man, can't forget the bomber jacket. Shoot, we're still in the winter. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the Northeast or you're in the cold areas of the country or all over the world, you got to go get you one of our awesome bomber jackets, man. Excuse me, puffer jackets. Did I just say bomber jackets? I meant puffer jackets, y'all. My bad. Check this thing out. Art all over the place. Look at the left arm. Detail right there. Look at the right arm. Detail right there. Look at the front. Detail right there. Let's flip it to the back. Look at more detail, man. And then I got them in multiple characters too. And of course, yes, the zipper. Very easy going. I know you want to see the inside lining. Yeah, look at the inside. It's sick as hell. Keep you warm. That's a guarantee. You know how many times I wear this all the time. And I get compliments from people all the time. So when I'm getting compliments, guess what I'm doing? I'm passing out a business card. And guess what that leads to? More sales. You know what I mean? So these puffer jackets are available on soundvision.com. Get your puffer jacket. We got them in multiple characters from Blade, Iron Man, Batman, Voltron, Turtles, Mega Man, Falcon, Captain America, Sam Wilson. Yes, I got that. Both Captain Americas. Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers, Spawn, Voltron, War Machine, Iron Man, Batman, you name it. Goku versus Vegeta. I mean, I put Dragon Ball Z stuff on there too. So these puffer jackets, they come in multiple colors, man. Blue, green, red, dark gray, light gray, black, multiple colors, man. So puffer jackets on soundvision.com, y'all. Puffer jackets. Let you look at it one more time. Puffer jackets, man. So get you a puffer jacket. So y'all, that's all the cool stuff we got today. And before I got up out of here, I always got to talk about the Carjack for Assassins, right? Because the first official Carjack for Assassins comic book is coming out, y'all, and it is spitfire. I am so proud of it. When I say proud of it, I'm proud of it, right? So this bio book right here, though, in my hand, is helping you to understand what's going on in the Carjack for Assassins universe. So when the first official comic book comes out, you know what's up. For my heroes, the Carjacks, right? Cajun, Escalade, Glocks, Rasputin, Shepard, Sincere, Diesel. You know what I'm saying? The heroes, right? And then, of course, the villains, those assassins, they don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Led by Lord Sun Tzu, Artillery, Kanji, Revo, Excursion, Snipes, Yukon, of course, the Coyotes, man. And, these Carjacks right here are heroes, man, trying to stop these assassins, man, because the Carjacks are like, we got work. And so when you check out the comic book, you're like, oh, my God. And, y'all, this comic book is spitfire. It's a game changer. It's a culture changer. It's a visual changer. I think one of the things I love about being independent is that I don't have to put up with crap from the companies. Like, I don't work for Marvel, I don't work for DC, I don't want to either. I've come to realize the value of me doing all this on my own. It's allowed me to be so creative with my characters. Like, I don't have limits and caps on them. Like, if I was working for Marvel right now, they'd find some dumb stereotype way for me to stereotype my characters. that's one of the things that really led to the creation of my characters, which which also led to the creation of my own comic book, which has ultimately led now to the creation of my new animation intro. Yo, it is on and cracking with that. That comic book is so sick. It's going through correction phases right now. Once I get it going through all the documentation, which is the copywriting, the trademark, and all that stuff, it's going to be on and popping, man. And I'm going to go out of my way. I'm not going to tell you whether it's paperback or hardcover, but I promise you it's going to be sick as hell. You ain't never read nothing like it. You ain't never seen nothing like it. It's a joy. It's an amazing creation. I'm so proud of it. It's a game changer. It's going to open up so many doors for me. But before you get it, man, you got to go get you this bio book, which is available on soundvision.com. So that way you can understand everything that's going on in the Carjack for Assassin unit, from the characters' names, the bio profile pics, and where they're from. So that when you're reading the comic book, oh, it makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. So, yo, that's our show, man. That gotta go get you a Carjack for Assassin bio book available on soundvision.com so you can know what's up. And of course, can't forget the art. You know we got posters on soundvision.com, man. You gotta go get the posters, man. We always got that too. Let me show y'all the Carjack for Assassin poster. Excuse me. Available on soundvision.com. If you love our art, posters for Carjack for Assassin characters, right there. Carjack for Assassins, go get you a copy. 11 by 17, 13 by 19, 24 by 36. We also even have it on canvas art too. So, man, we got all kinds of stuff, man. So, yeah, that's our show for today, man. I want to thank y'all for listening. So, I want to thank y'all for listening. It's been an amazing show. We want to thank our sponsors. We'll go out of here. As I stated before, this Sanusi podcast is brought to you by two of our amazing sponsors. Teagler. That's Teagler. That's if you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything in between. That's Teagler. Search. That's Teagler.com. Teagler.com. That's right. Pronounce it Teagler. I used to pronounce it some other crazy way, but it's Teagler, man. Got some corrections and some help from the president or CEO of Teagler, Aditya Book, telling me about the pronunciation, because I'm dyslexic in a way. I'm not trying to hide it. I'm dyslexic. I'll see a word. I know I should pronounce it, but I'll pronounce it the wrong way. And I'm not losing no sleep over it. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm dyslexic, so I'm not ashamed of it either. Oh, well, nobody's perfect. I can't be born with all these autistic gifts and be perfect with my words too. Sorry, I'm not trying to be perfect, but that's Teagler.com. Teagler.com. Search for all the cool professionals you need. Executives, pediatricians, plumbers, landscapers, you name it. Teagler.com is the spot to find them all. The best of the best is on Teagler.com. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. So I want to thank y'all for listening, man. This awesome episode has been amazing to make. Thank you for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Agboke Jr. Please check out our website at soundvision.com for all our cool stuff. Beanies, bomber jackets, puffer jackets, you know what I'm saying? Bio books, you name it, we got it. Anything cool, wallets, wallets right here, man. You know, this is what we're doing on Sanusi Vision. I can't tell you the amount of endless stuff that we got, man. It's endless. Journals, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing on Sanusi Vision. You know, we just got cool stuff, man. And all our stuff is custom made, original, authentic, nothing like, oh yeah, everybody's got it. No, everybody don't got it. You got to be worthy to get our stuff. So join the movement, man. And also, too, please subscribe to our podcast on our Sanusi Vision page on YouTube channel. Hey, look, we live in a visual society now. All this, I'm just listening, that ain't going to work no more. You got to listen and hear at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's why I have to move to our podcast and YouTube channel. And ever since we did that, that thing been on and cracking. But at the same time, too, you get the notification on YouTube. You sign up so you can be on our YouTube channel. So that when new episodes drop every Monday or whenever day we drop it, which is every Monday most of the time, because consistency is the air of dreams. You know what I'm saying? You got to be consistent. So every Monday when we drop these episodes, you can see the awesome new episodes and you can get notified. But also, too, on my various other platforms, from my Facebook to my TikTok to my X to my Instagram, I always post these episodes sometime on there and you can check them out. You know what I mean? You can watch snippets of them, but the full episode is always available on our YouTube channel. So people love watching them. And please, our social media platforms, you know, from YouTube to Facebook to TikTok to X to Instagram. Yo, I'm going to keep saying it all the time. If you ain't got a social media platform, you losing on your own. You intentionally want to lose. Yo, social media is where it's at. You got to figure out how to use your social media platform for what you want. And as an artist, if you're out there just sitting on your ass, not using it, it's your loss. Because if you get up your social media, guess what else you're going to do? You're going to make money off your social media. Not to mention it's free marketing. Free marketing. You know how many people visit my website just because I post on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, yo, I get so much traffic, it's ridiculous. I ain't no celebrity, but I'm gonna get there eventually. And I got mad traffic. I got more traffic than most big companies, major ones too. I got more followers than most major companies because I'm able to use my platforms and I'm consistently posting every single day. It's what you got to do. There's no excuses. You got to make it happen. So social media, use it for your benefit. So, check that out, man. That social media platform, it's on and popping, y'all. We are growing exponentially. I'm actually very impressed and actually proud of how far I've come in such a short time. In the last 1 year, it's been insane the amount of subscribers I got on YouTube. I'm like, whoa, this is insane. People love my content, man. So, yo, that's what we're doing on social media platform, man. And please, don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.